It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. So you realize how old I am. I've been working on environmental issues since the early 70s. Before the Stockholm meeting in 76, we realized very early that we had to address the scientific issues together with the social and human efforts. So I became member of Amnesty International. 76 got collectively, of course, the Nobel Prize, and been working in my Indian community in Mexico, Huichol, for over 40 years. I take it from Jeffrey Gordon's point of, let me get it right. Let's think the unthinkable. Basically, we have to address two issues: degrowth and building a world that's united, that's not separated by borders. The case of the monarch butterfly is especially interesting from a scientific point of view. In 1976, National Geographic published an article saying found at last the monarch butterfly sanctuaries. Monarch butterflies in Canada in the late summer migrate individually, not like birds collectively, to Mexico, a 4,000-kilometer trip going down and up following winds, and live a span life of about 6 months till the end of the winter. The early spring generation will reproduce in milkweed, which is a special Asclepia plant, put 400 about eggs under it. The larva eats the plant and gets protected, and in the beautiful nature metamorphosis process, an adult monarch is born. This first generation will go from Mexico to, say, Houston, third generation to New Orleans, fourth generation to Washington, eventually to Toronto, and the last generation, 6 generations after, doesn't live for 3 to 4 months, what is called Methuselah, will not develop sexually, very strange thing in nature, because a pregnant monarch will have it difficult for the flight, and fly back to the same tree, not the same area, the same tree which 6 generations ago their ancestors were. That's basically the biology. The issue that we have is the deterioration of the monarch because of 3 main reasons. One is the thinning of the forest locally. We've been working for 40 years and done a lot of social community work, and that is sort of balanced. Then we have climate change, which we all know is another very big issue. But finally, in the last years, we have had the issue of glyphosates. Glyphosates are a very effective herbicide that kills weeds for transgenic corn and other plants to grow. The most famous product is called Roundup Ready. It was designed and built by Monsanto. Now it's owned by Bayer. Here we'll have to put science and our political addressing into the international community. What is happening is that by spraying this Roundup Ready, based about 1 million tons, 800,000 tons worth about $10 billion. So it's a very big market for business community. And what has happened is that through the last 40 years, by measuring, I mean, taking a representative sample of a tree, weighting the monarchs one by one, I mean, the bunches in nets, we get 4 kilos. And because they weigh 1 gram, 4 kilos is 4,000 monarchs, and then 7 kilos, and then 9. And we weight how many monarchs there are in a representative
30 seconds, Fernando.
tree. And What we have found is that we have lost 90% plus of the migrating population east of the Rocky Mountains. This is a catastrophe. It has been said that monarchs are an indicator of what's going to happen to life in this planet. And in addition, recently, the White House published a presidential order saying to produce more glyphosate and increase for security, national security reasons, the glyphosate. From a science point of view, we are concerned from a social and political view too, and we have some ideas that we will share with you later. Just wanted to open up an issue that is relevant to science, is relevant to society, and then it's an indicator of what is happening to all of us.